Hey, it's FragWatch here. I thought I would go over my process on how I review mice. Okay, so I unbox them. Their packaging and the initial feel and impressions I get they do not apply to the review or really the initial impressions. They apply to the unboxing. Like in that experience, I kind of want people to know my snap reaction. What's the first thing I think about this mouse and its packaging and its presentation and all that. And its price. I really like to focus. I'm going to start trying to focus more on the price in the unboxing videos and have that stay there, have that bend there. Different people have different budgets, and I want that to be less of the review and focus on the product, unless it's outrageously high or low, and then I might let that affect the review a little bit. My initial impressions are done after 8 hours. Okay, and so with mice, I will play with them on at least 2 different surfaces. Especially in the initial impressions. For the total review, I try and play on 3 different surfaces and have that kind of varied. But they're, I want 2 of those 3 to be kind of my reference pads I know that I play good on. So I interject. I have pads I'm testing, right, while I'm testing mice as well. But I like to interject reference mice and pads into the process to remind me of what I know feels good, right? Is this mouse how does it compare to this mouse that I know is excellent, that I know I perform well with, and how and that way I can judge my performance on that day with this equipment I'm testing and with the equipment I want to that I know is quality, that I know I play well with. That way I can kind of judge whether it's do I feel good enough, did I get enough rest, is my blood sugar good, all those factors, right? Are my muscles, is it warm in the room, right? All these factors they matter, and I want to make sure I'm getting the most accurate results and objective results so that I can. So I do have reference mice and mouse pads. My reference mouse for fingertip grip and for border, I call it a border skate design, is this HTR. I like it a lot. I play excellent with it reliably. So that's my fingertip grip mouse. If I need 2, if it's a smaller mouse and I feel like most people could fingertip grip it, I also throw this in there. I always forget what this one's called. It's the HTX maybe. Anyways, it's GWO's fingertip mouse. Holy moly, these guys are unbelievable. My other reference is the Pulsar V series. This is the V4 Quicks edition, size 2. I also have size 1, so depending on the size of the mouse I'm testing it against, because once you're like using like a small mouse for 12 hours or 8 hours, and you want to interject a comparable mouse, you kind of want a reference that's the same size. So if I have an ergo or a symmetrical that is I'm trying to claw grip or palm grip. This is especially my palm grip default reference, because palm gripping symmetricals just I think it's crazy. But so this is like my palm grip reference. If it's a palm grip mouse and I have to reference a palm grip back and forth between it, this is my ergo claw reference for relaxed and aggressive claw as well. My symmetrical, I just changed it, so I don't want to reveal which ones they are. They're tied. This one's close. This was my reference for a month. This is the Maya X by Lamzu, and it was my reference for a month, and it's great. And it could definitely sub in as a reference mouse because I know I perform awesome with it on a variety of pads. We're doing the process. Let's unveil them. And you're kind of getting a preview of some of my top mice of the year for 2024. But these are also the Hit Scan Hyperlight and the Leviath, the F1 Leviathan by ATK. Very similar shape. This is kind of got a higher hump and more of a immediate backside attack slope. But yeah, these are also reference mice for symmetrical claw grip for me, both aggressive and relaxed. And you know, it's a good process. And so when I get to about 22, 23 hours, 20 hours, I start jotting down my final thoughts, and I'll try and make, you know, I always try to think of the negative things first, right? Like, what are my negative bullet points that I need to get out there that I think people really should hear and be advised of and aware of. And then most of the positive stuff I keep to, unless it's like really notable and unique and different and a newer thing that they're doing. I do all the good stuff, the positive stuff, off the cuff, which means I do it on the fly. I don't put bullet points unless it's really, really, really notable. And so that's why my videos take the format that they do. I do that because I like keeping a conversational piece of, you know, review content. I like that. I think it's best. I think it gets honest opinions out. Sometimes I'll notice things, you know, on the fly, really, and like that needs appreciation, and you get the surprise and like joy and genuine reaction on my face and my person that I get from those things. That's why I choose the single take, you know, and I try to take my first take whenever I can. I almost never reshoot anything because I want it to be genuine. And that's what, you know, I think a lot of errors, you know, are good in some circumstances. I like, you guys know, I'm human, you know, it doesn't have to be perfect. I'm going to be cleaning up my setup, especially over here. I've had a couple people complain about my setup being disorienting or giving them motion sickness. And I think one of the ways I'm going to address that is, people say it's this orientation, but I think if people just imagine themselves as sitting, you know, beneath, like right here, and looking as if they are, you know, center yourself on this perspective as if you were sitting at my desk like me. I like doing the camera like I am with me here, because when I look down and I'm looking at the product, it appears on camera like I'm looking at the product. It shows it. So, you know, that's why I do this, so you guys can tell exactly where my focus is. So, but I think one of the things that is not helping is all the stuff I have auxiliary, and the angling of it, I think, is disorienting people, like the angle on my keyboard. See how that automatically feels different? And I like, you know, that's the way I play with it, which is opposite of most people, but I don't know, that's the way I adjusted it. My hand just got used to it. Yeah, so that's my reference process. My reference mouse pads are right now, it's the Key 83, the Type 99. It was the Hayate Atsu, came out a lot. The Kurosan Samurai is another reference pad. Vaxi PD, Vaxi PC. My reference glass pad is the Wallhack 004. But I also feel comfortable using a Super Glide or Super Glide 2 by Pulsar as a reference glass pad. Yeah, so those are my reference pads. Reference skates right now, I don't really like putting it that way. I do have, and I'll do another video on this, I have a cool format I've devised for testing skates, and I've bought a lot of shit to do, a lot of products to do that, like an obscene amount of products to test that. I digress. But I'm really excited to start that in the new year. I wanted to start that this month, but being sick just threw that totally down the path. I have $1,000 worth of mouse skates or more, and then $700 worth of equipment to test it with. it'll be cool. You guys will like it. You'll appreciate it. But if I have to, in the past 6 months of reviewing, if I've had to put skates on to test something, like if it's going to scrape or if I can balance a mouse better, I always use Obsidians or Jades. They're just awesome. They just work. Just good. That's it. So that's my process. If you have any questions, leave them below. If you have any comments or suggestions, please leave them below. I'd love to get that. I just bought a digital microscope to help with mousepad reviews. I'll do another video on how I test mousepads. That way everybody knows. And I forgot part of this process. I'm glad. Here we are. So part of my metrics is AimLab, and I have a gamut of tests that I know I perform at a certain level with consistently. And then Counter-Strike 2, I play competitive and Premier, and I always try and be lobbied with 2 or 3 good people, so the randomness of it is, a little bit left out. And I take into account who I'm playing against, who I'm playing with, time of day, what's my comfort level with their playstyle. Do I know their playstyle real well? Is anyone cheating? We're playing cheaters. I take all that into account. I do count that time if I'm playing against cheaters. I still try and test like with a scout on, and I try and go to positions where the cheater's not going to be, right? Because at that point, it's just like solely not just a game of Counter-Strike. It becomes just a test platform for the products I'm testing and be able to tell some jokes, sing some songs. You know what I mean? Have some fun. Anywho, thank you guys for watching. I'm glad a lot of you trust and like my reviews. That means a lot. It means the world. It keeps me going. It keeps me doing this. If I help 1 or 2 people a week choose a good product that brings joy to their life, improves their play, saves them money maybe, then I'm doing my job, and that's making me happy. Thank you guys for your kindness, all your kind words. I will catch you in the next one. I'll try and add some more humor to these videos. I'm trying to pop these out right now early in the morning before the kids wake up so I can actually record it without crazy noises in the background of the kids playing. Catch you guys in the next one.